Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the latest debacle with Uber and Lyft. This is what's kind of caught me by surprise, but welcome to the world of investing. Things catch you by surprise all the time. Uber released their earnings. They were still on track to be profitable. The ride shares had gone down because of COVID-19, what we kind of expected. The shares dropped, I want to say, about 5, 6, 7%. So at that time, I purchased a call on Uber, knowing that Uber would bounce back. But the call is not until December, so I have time to recover 33 calls on December. I have months to recover, right? So the thing is, I figure Uber has already been over $33. They was at $34 when the stock dropped, so that's what I was looking at. Once all of this kind of shake off, Uber would get back on the track that they were on when the earnings before the earnings came out. Now, as of Monday, I believe that was August 10th, the federal courts came out and said, hey, listen, Uber, if you drive for Uber, you're considered to be an independent contractor. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not, I've never driven for Uber before, but I have taken Ubers. I have rode in Uber. So please don't hold my feet to the fire and say, well, you don't know the Uber contract says. I'm just giving a general synopsis. So anyway, so Uber, when you drive for Uber, you're considered to be an independent contractor, meaning you work on your own. We're just going to pay you, hey, give this person a ride from A to B, and we're going to give you $100 for it. You say yes, they give you your own money. When you take your money, you buy your own gas, you pay for your own car, you get your own health care, you get all of your own things. This is the crazy part about it. That's great for the business. And after speaking to a few drivers love the fact that it can be independent contractors because they make more money. They're like, hey, if I give a ride that's 2 hours away, I may make $100. But if I was an employee and I put on an Uber shirt and I drove an Uber car, I may only make $15 an hour. So being an independent contractor, some people like it because some people don't want benefits because this is their side hustle. You have people on the weekend, they drive Uber, or in their off time, they drive Uber, or it might be a spouse who has all her benefits from her husband. She may go drive Uber. She don't want the benefits or care about the benefits. So they love the idea of being a contractor. They don't want a job, right? What the thing that made Uber and Lyft stand out and make them so powerful was the fact that you were independent contractor, meaning that anybody can turn their car into a taxi cab service. Versus with the old system when we had taxi cabs, a taxi cab either you if you was a taxi cab driver, either you worked for a company or you had your own taxi cab business. So what Uber done was they took the everyday person and then said, hey, if you are a teenager or if you're somebody that's working in between jobs, or if you have an off day, you want to make a little extra money, come downtown Denver, turn your little Uber thing on, register or whatnot or Lyft, and guess what? You can become a Uber driver and be independent contracted. So a judge in California ruled in San Francisco that Uber workers are not independent contractors. They need to be reclassified as workers. This is detrimental to the company. The stock has been trading down ever since. Why has the stock been trading down? Because if this goes through, if Uber has to classify all of their workers as, if Uber has to classify all of their workers as, and not all their workers, but all of their drivers as employees, this is detrimental to the company because the one thing that made them special was they didn't have to buy cars, they didn't have to pay employee unemployment, sick leave, paid leave, all the other good stuff, right? So Uber is trying to be profitable. They're running down a profitability. They're trying to go down a profitability, but now this monkey wrench gets thrown. Why is this so big? Because if a judge in San Francisco says it, now a judge in New York can say it. Now a judge in Florida can say it. It can spread. So that's why when a federal judge or a judge rules something, an attorney, if they're fighting a case, they will take the previous ruling from another state and use that to win a case somewhere else. So that's the bad thing. The legal thing about it, Uber wants they want people to be independent contractors, and the people that drive Uber want to be independent contractors, but the employees looking at it, California is a left party. I'm not a political guy, but it's very left wing state, right? I don't know how, and I've said this a million times, I don't know how anybody starts a business in California unless you in the entertainment world in LA and you have to be there. Get out of there. Look what Tesla did. Tesla left California and is building this new factory in Texas. You're talking about, look at companies like if you heard the talk show Joe Rogan podcast, he's talking about moving to Texas because it's more business friendly, less state taxes, And you will want people to create jobs during a time like this. So that's the big thing that's going on. I'm glad to be tuning in from California. Okay, Destiny, thank you, thank you. So now this is the bad part about it. Uber and Lyft that you're talking about going to California. Lyft came out today and Uber said in their statement that I pull up later on the show because I want to show you guys a statement. Uber and Lyft just said, hey, look, if California don't overturn this, Uber and Lyft both appealed this judgment, this ruling, and they pretty much said, hey, if they don't lift this, we're going to leave. Uber is a global brand, ladies and gentlemen. They're here. They're in the Middle East. They're in Europe. They're all over the place, right? They brought other companies. Uber brought other companies, other self-riding companies overseas. So Uber, California, and Lyft said, hey, man, we'll leave. Come to Colorado, please. Go to Texas. I don't blame you. Leave. If you're trying to kill my business and I can't be here, leave San Francisco. It's overpriced anyway. Shout out to all the people that's in the Bay Area that's tuning in. And I got good people in the Bay. It's good companies come out of the Bay all the time. It's good Silicon Valley, for crying out loud. But anyway, when it comes down to business, you may have to up and move and leave. So that's what they're looking at.